snuffy, cold chill up your spine. You'll get your ass moving, son, with burning daylight.
Howdy there, I'm Matt McKinley and we're burning daylight.
In the saddle till the job's done right.
Welcome to Burnin' Daylight, the only podcast for the working cowboy.
Well, howdy there, daylight burners. Happy Wednesday, Tuesday night, Wednesday. How's everything going? Hope the week's treating you all right. I'm getting set up here on my trying to get my stories straight over here. Get your story straight, damn it. But I'm trying to, and I'm working on it. So bear with me. We'll get there. I'm trying to. Where is one about the Jets? Oh, Benny and the Jets. Not Volodymyr and the Jets. Not yet. We sent a bunch of tanks, or getting ready to send a bunch of tanks over there. And which just seems like a terrible idea, but what the fuck do we know here, us little people on the ground not wanting to get in a nuclear war. Anyhow, immediately after we gave them the tanks, the Zelensky's asking for long-range missiles and now F-16, 15 and 16 fighter jets, F-35s, which are like those are the super expensive ones that like don't work all that great. I'm not sure. Kind of not a good plane, I don't think. But anyway, which would I don't know at this point in this deal. I don't know how much more like advanced weaponry they're going to be able to use. I'm pretty sure their Air Force is flying Soviet era MiGs. And then we have the F-15 and F-16 and then the F-35 and we got a whole bunch of shit. But like those aren't the same type of planes, and I don't know. Apparently the training takes quite a while. So are they going to be around long enough to be able to use them? I don't know. But for the meantime, NATO says no. And that's one good thing I've heard out of the Ukraine deal. But they also said they weren't going to send them tanks, and now we're sending them tanks. And I was listening to Ron Paul, and he was mentioning how somebody from, I guess it must have been the Pentagon Defense Department that was like showing, like proudly displaying pictures of these Bradley fighting vehicles going over to Russia, or not over to Russia, but to Ukraine. Possibly soon to be Russia again. Who knows? Who knows at this point? But anyway, some of the shit that we wouldn't do earlier, and now we are. And then they're like showing them being loaded up on a ship and people, and then they tweeted it out, and it's like I mean, just like flexing nuts on Russia, but now doesn't Russia kind of know what ship you're sending them on? And so that's neat. Either I don't think the Russians would be that reckless to go ahead and sink a ship carrying a bunch of munitions over there, even though I would kind of see their point in doing so. But that would draw NATO into the war officially. And yeah, so keep an eye on that. Let's hope that's just a big nothing deal. And honestly, outside of Paul Pelosi getting smacked in the head with a hammer, I don't really care too much about national politics right now. They're all dumb. They're all crooked and corrupt. And I don't see how that system changes. And I think I'm going to take a hard look at paying, well, not at paying more attention. I'm going to pay more attention and take a hard look at Nevada state politics and local races and vote accordingly there and become more active in that, because that federal level, I mean, we got documents fucking everywhere now. Pence, Trump, Biden, everybody's got classified documents. Like, we gotta, Trump had to just painted one of the nukes gold, and now he's riding it. And that's the picture he took with him. Pence, who the fuck knows what who knows what Pence has. Biden, pictures of little girls, maybe, I don't know. Besides the Ukrainian Burisma shady dealings that Hunter's been involved with, maybe some of Hunter's sex tapes. Those are probably classified, I would imagine. Or they were until his laptop just got abandoned. What a world we live in. So anyway, outside of that, Paul Pelosi got cracked in the head with a hammer. Holy shit. Weird fucking video. I don't care to go over it. It was an old man getting smashed with a hammer, and I don't know what the fuck's going on there. It's weird. Yeah, and I don't got much to add to that. But I found some ones that it is it's pretty good. This is a story from the Associated Press. A 29-year-old woman posed as a teen to enroll in high school, according to the New Brunswick, New Jersey Police Department. 29-year-old woman used false documents to enroll in a New Jersey high school as a New Jersey high school student and attended some classes over a 4-day period before her scheme was discovered last week, the authorities said. It's not yet known what the woman's intentions were. She reportedly got the phone numbers of students who helped her find her way through New Brunswick High School and continued to text some of them days after her ruse was discovered. Oh, this is a poor, sad bitch that just wants to be the hot girl in high school. 29. Huh. Schools in the state are required to immediately enroll unaccompanied children, even in the absence of records normally required for that purpose. Proof of guardianship is also not needed to immediately enroll an unaccompanied youth. Once enrolled, students have 30 days to provide additional proof of identity. Huh. Could they not tell that she was 29? I mean, is it there was some show I was listening on Tin Dillon the other day, and I've heard a couple things about it, and I saw a picture of the chick that's like 22 and looks like she's 8 due to some brain cancer thing, and she also has a squeaky little girl voice as well. She sounds like she's 8, but she's supposedly 23. And then there's a normal ass 23-year-old dude. I don't know. I think he's somewhere in that age, same age range, but normal size fella. Dating her. Now, is this like one of those situations where she could pass for a high schooler at 29? Because I have seen, I know several people like that, men and women. I don't know where the non-binary comes in. Do you just like pick your age too? Is this one of those things? Oh, I forgot. I gotta find the Finland figure skater like that. I mean, just bravo, Finland. My word. Finland skater. One of the best things I've ever seen. We're gonna go ahead and watch this on the screen because it is just beautiful.
Sain ajatuksen lähteä toteuttamaan lapsen haaveita ja alkaa luistella naismoodissa, vaikka syntyperäisin olenkin mies. Ja sieltä on niin kuin 9 vuotta aikaa, eli siihen 9 vuoteen sisältyy aika paljon. Eli kun lähdetään ihan nollasta, niin ihan jo sitä, että pysyy pystyssä 2 jalalla, pysyy pystyssä 1 jalalla ja sen jälkeen rupeaa niin kuin uskaltamaan tehdä jotakin siellä jäällä. Niin sitten alkaa pikkuhiljaa kisaamaan ja esiintymään näytöksissä ja niin edelleen. Että sanotaan, että aika kivaa uraa on ollut, mutta tietysti korona tuli vähän sitten väliin, että se sitten sotki kuviota. Mutta eteenpäin mennään ja homma jatkuu.
Mahtavaa. Näiden EM-kisojen slogan on tule sellaisena kuin olet.
Sain ajatuksen lähteä toteuttamaan lapsuuden haaveita ja alkaa luistella naismoodissa.
So there was another video or another version of that where it was a little bit longer, and when they gave him the flag, and then he went off, and then he fell again, and it was, I mean, it was just the sheer appreciation of comedy that, I mean, beautiful, like fucking. Oh, here we go. There's the full 2-minute version. It's worth going to watch this. Oh. The music to it is funny on this. Nobody wants to see you, guy. I just want to see the. There we go. Flag. This guy's annoying the shit out of me. I thought that was anyway, go look it up, the Finland figure skater if you haven't seen it, or you can go watch this on Spotify, YouTube, all that shit. If you're just strictly listening to it, it's worth watching. I mean, I've said this multiple times to multiple people, but I wish I could create something half that funny. And this is fucking real life. It's what a world we live in. So I mean, the Finland's first trans figure skater. And I'm not going to say I can do better, but I'm also not on a ice figure skating team either. But I don't know if I'd be much worse than him. He looks like an old Italian man, kind of. Very very stocky, sturdy legs, but the ankles didn't cut it for him. Poor fella. Well, whatever. I don't get the trans thing, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I understand what trans initially was, where it was just like guy that wanted to get his dick cut off and become a woman. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I guess I think it's weird. I don't understand it, but whatever. Now it's just like everything's trans. Like, I'm not buying it. Gonna sound a little conspiratorial, but this is I think Kate Bowen is the one that kind of turned me onto this idea, and it makes a lot of sense. Particularly why, if you look at these like pharmaceutical companies, they're just awful companies. They do create some really good products, but like just the way they do things is really, really gross. And particularly with some of their testing and stuff, and how they're the FDA, and how it's just kind of a back and forth between pharmaceutical companies and the FDA, and it's kind of how it's it's same way you get a talking head job as soon as you leave government, go to CNN and MSNBC, Fox News, wherever, or you leave the military as a general and go sit on the board of Raytheon, who our current Secretary of Defense was formerly on the board of Raytheon, like directly before he became Secretary of Defense. General Mattis is on a board of a bunch of different think tanks and defense contracting corporations. It's all just fucking revolving door. And the pharmaceutical deal is the same way. And the thing about going trans is it entails a lot of surgeries and a lot of hormone therapies. And once you're on the hormone therapies, like, you're kind of on them for life. I don't know exactly how it works if you win them off, but either way, it's a lot of money for pharmaceuticals. So yeah, I could see why they could push maybe more people need to be trans. I mean, it's not unthinkable. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's likely, but I'm saying it's not unthinkable that the pharmaceutical manufacturers would push a certain agenda, so there would be more of that particular agenda type people to buy their products once they get their dick cut clean off. I don't know if it's clean off or not. I have never gone to look at a a dick turned pussy. I'm curious, but I'm not gonna go there. No, I'm just not gonna look at that. And so I don't know if they cut it clean off or not. It's up for debate. If you've ever looked at one, I'll live vicariously through you, and you can let me know what it looked like. Maybe I'll let you come on the show for one of the Patreon segments, and you can describe in detail to me and Aaron what that would look like. Because like I said, I'm not going to look that up. I'm sure it's out there. The internet's got everything. So, let's see where else. We already did the planes. This one is a weird one, and like there was the Tyree Nickel guy there in Nichols, there in Memphis, that got beat to death by the cops. Awful. The 5 of the cops are facing murder charges. Good. They should be tried. They'll probably be convicted. Well, I don't know. They should be convicted, and then they should spend the rest of their life in prison or get the death penalty. Whatever the case is. Those guys. Yeah. Well, here's another cop shooting, and the headline is it doesn't sound, the story is not quite what the headline makes you believe. So, this is from the Daily Mail. Always a fun time. I'm going to change my view here. There we go. California cops shoot dead double amputee 36 as he tries to run away from them on his stumps. Police department say officers feared he was going to throw his knife at them. And, well, there's video. And it is exactly what it sounds like. I don't know if there's sound on this. Oh yeah, there is. So there he is, running away on his nubs, and he's got a big ass knife. And my God, that is a large response for
big ass machete.
A guy with no legs. So, a group of California officers, police officers, shot and killed a double amputee on Thursday as he tried to run away from them on his stumps after jumping out of his wheelchair. 3 cops from Huntington Park Police Department were filmed firing at least 8 shots at Anthony Lowe Jr., a 36-year-old father of 2. His family say he lost the lower halves of his legs recently after an altercation with police in Texas. Now, we'll do a little deep dive on Anthony Lowe Jr. Lowe Jr. had just stabbed someone unprovoked, according to the police department, and was trying to run away from 2 officers on Thursday. First, they tried to tase him, chasing him as he ran down the sidewalk away from the wheelchair he had leaped from. Oh, so there's a picture of the fella, but wow. And that cop just ran after him, shot him right in the back. He turned and tried to hurry away from them, clutching a large butcher's knife in one hand. A second police car arrived, from which a third cop emerged. Within 15 seconds of the third officer arriving, they fired multiple shots, shooting Lowe in the upper torso. Well, he had no legs. You couldn't shoot him in the leg. Once he was on the ground lying on his stomach, they placed him in handcuffs. No leg irons. The suspect was tased at least twice by Huntington Park officers, but the deployment of the taser was ineffective. Suspect attempted to throw the butcher knife at the police officers again, at which time an officer involved shooting occurred. The L.A. County Sheriff's Office release said. Lowe Jr. later died at the scene. His family is now demanding answers from the police department. What a weird fucking story. I think that was on Drudge Report. All right, well, Anthony Lowe Jr. I wonder what the altercation was with the police officer in Texas that caused him to lose his legs. Like, I can't even begin. Anthony Lowe Jr. Legs. News. New York Post. Maybe they'll have. It's thrilling audio podcasting, but as you can see, and I guess video side too. I'll put it up there as I'm scrolling through. Family told the Los Angeles Times that he had his legs amputated after a prior confrontation, but did not offer details. All right, well, no luck there. We'll go everything we know. That's the same one, I believe. They're all just reposting from administrative leave. They murdered my son in a wheelchair with no legs, Lowe's mother Dorothy said. All right. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of the police, but aside from them like emptying a magazine in as he's running away, I mean, I'm not saying I disagree with shooting him, but it doesn't look good, no matter how you put it, when you're shooting a double amputee that's running away from you and you just unload on him in the back and there's two cops shooting at him. It's not a good look, no matter how you do it. And then he had a previous altercation with police in which the end result was he had his legs amputated. So I think they somehow might be correlated or connected. I know the one that we saw where he gets killed, that was in California, but the other incident in which he lost his legs, that was in Texas. So maybe they're not connected, but maybe if he just became like a fuck all cops type of guy after that altercation where he ain't got no legs. He's Lieutenant Dan of police shootings, I guess. And I don't know if Lieutenant Dan ever had a butcher knife, but he had no legs and he was angry. And maybe this guy was angry at the police because they took his legs from him, and he was just gonna go out and kill some cops. If the dude could kind of move, I wonder. It sounded like those were fairly recent amputations, and so I would imagine they're still kind of sore and whatnot. And he was booking it. What a weird story. I want to know what happened to his legs. Like, I think that's the key to all of it. Unlock what's going through this poor no-legged man's mind. Was it a cop murder? Wasn't not a cop murder. But it wasn't the same thing as that fella from Memphis. That dude just got beat to death. This guy did have a knife and had already stabbed somebody before, and Yeah, might have been excessive on your killing, but it was relatively justified, I'd say. But like I said, I mean, a no-legged man running away from you on his stumps, and you're shooting at him in the back. There's no way to make that look good. There is not a way for that to look good. This one, well, maybe I'll save that one for a little bit later. This is a weird one. Like, climate protesters plan to kidnap King Charles's waxwork from Madame Tussauds. I don't know. I wonder if they really captured his sausage fingers in this wax museum. So these two climate protesters, they had this grand scheme to steal the wax sculpture of this inbred motherfucker here. Instead, they slapped this wax statue with cakes for some reason, in protest of climate change. And they wore shirts. Where were they at? I think it said "Just Stop Oil." And then their original plan was to steal it, but then you decided, maybe that's a little bit over the line. We still like the old monarchy, but we want to bring them down a notch. I'm gonna slap them with a cake. It was like earlier they were throwing soup at priceless paintings, and I'm not sure why that had anything to do with climate change. I mean, I don't think maybe they are blaming climate change on this inbred, stupid looking welfare recipient here. We are now at a tipping point, and a point where there is little hope of a stable climate. This is huge. The trial continues. There's never been a stable climate. Climate's always moving and grooving and doing its thing. When we were designing the actions, we considered all other actions, such as holding hostage the figure of King Charles III and broadcasting in his own words. We agreed that could have been extremely disturbing or frightening to anyone on the scene, so we decided to stand next to him and calmly quote his words. Unfortunately, the noise level in the room was quite loud, and we had to shout but the substances we used were carefully chosen to cause as little damage as possible. We're what the fuck? Why a cake? It just goes, I'm gonna slap the fucking king's wax statue with a cake because you guys are using too much damn oil. Oh, man. There's been a bunch of weird headlines pop up here. Oh, here we go. And there was another one. Well, there was a member of Congress that read a speech loud on the House floor that was generated by the AI chatbot, Chat GPT. I've been hearing a bunch about it here lately, and I don't know if it's like they just released this thing to use for the public or whatever. But it's creepy. It's real creepy. I don't like it. It's fascinating, but I don't think I like it. And then I saw they had another one the other day, and I couldn't find that article again, but it was an AI, like deep fake type deal. So you could be like, have Joe Rogan say this, and they would spit it out as Joe Rogan. And it is creepy, but also hilarious because the trolls at 4chan got a hold of it, and they they had some dude who I guess doesn't cuss. They had him cussing a whole bunch, and then they had Emma Watson from Harry. I think she was Hermione Granger on Harry Potter. They had her reading excerpts from Mein Kampf, and and the AI did it. It's a British company too, which is kind of funny, because they got some really weird not free speech laws over there. They're like, you can really get in trouble for saying the wrong thing, much more so than here, and it's a British company, and I don't know if it was a British troll that did that deal, but yeah, Emma Watson reading passages from Mein Kampf is as horrifying as all this AI stuff is, and maybe it'll turn out good. Probably not. Kind of seems a little freaky, but you gotta love the internet, because they'll find something like that and they'll run with it, and then there was also other celebrities that they used and just had them say like just horrific, like racist, all the buzzwords that comes from your lefty friend when they're calling you names, you racist, homophobic, bigoted, xenophobic, jingoistic, blah blah blah, ableist, like, yeah, they now just picture your favorite super lefty celebrities saying all this shit that they accuse us of saying, and by us I mean everything that's still living here in reality, but yeah, that's a pretty good one. Still, yeah. Still horrifying. Not stoked on it, to tell you the truth. I'm not a fan of the AI stuff, but I'm also a huge fan of them fucking with it, which is quite funny. But anyway, this congressman's from Massachusetts or something, and he's talking about setting policy for AI use and blah blah blah. I'm not sure exactly what it means, and he's probably not wrong necessarily. I'm not saying I don't know how you regulate something like artificial intelligence. I don't know enough about it. But anyway, his whole speech was he tried it a couple times using this chat bot, and eventually got it to what he thought was good and read it out on the floor of the House. So, in order to to bring awareness, because he's a Democrat and that's what they do. We got to bring awareness and have a conversation. Man, that shit's freaky. They some just dick from anywhere could type in tell whoever, let's say, tell Gilbert Gottfried to say this, and then, just Gilbert Gottfried voice saying exactly what you told it to. And I think, I don't know anything about it other than that, and I'm going to stay away from it. It seems like a bad idea. One of those, like, kind of kill it with fire type deals. I say that now before the AI is, like, taking over the world and becomes, like, an actual entity with rights, and then I can be, like, later prosecuted for that. I don't think I can be prosecuted for it now, but, like, kill that with fire, please. This one was an unfortunate one. I don't know how this happens, but an airline worker died after being ingested into the engine of a plane, says the National Transportation Safety Board. In a statement to NPR and to ESB, said it has opened an investigation. An airline crew worker in Montgomery, Alabama, died after being ingested into the engine of a parked plane on Saturday. The victim, whose name is yet to be released, was employed by Piedmont Airlines. So he just got too close to the engine, man. Sounds like. They never actually show the guy getting sucked in the jets on those old, they're not old, I guess. Well, yeah, I guess maybe I'm getting old, but the old action movies where there's like a fight scene right next to an airplane, and then, like, you see him push the guy, but you don't ever, like, they didn't have the best special effects, so you didn't, like, see the guy just actually going into the turbines of the jet. But you'd see, like, the splatter at the back end or something like that. I didn't know if that was actually a real thing, like people have ever been sucked into a jet, but apparently it is. I never heard of it actually before happening, but here we go. Shot him out the back like a wood chipper, I'm sure. And that leads us into, where are we at on time? Yeah, we'll probably wrap up on this one. Here's the official paper. It's the LAGNIAPPE. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's somewhere in Alabama, sticking in Alabama. That plane was in Montgomery. Multiple sources have confirmed to Lagniappe. Yeah, Lagniappe must be the name of their or the newspaper. That a human penis was found at a gas station Monday morning on Navajo Road near Interstate 10. Law enforcement officials were called to the gas station at the corner of Navajo Road and McKay Drive, where a penis was found, according to multiple sources. Source said the penis was found inside the station's parking lot at 6 a.m. Can you imagine going to, pump some fuel and get a cup of coffee at 6 o'clock in the morning? You look down and there's just a severed human penis laying there, and you're like, what the dick is that? So this is more down by Mobile. The Mobile Police Department responded to a call Monday that a male genitalia had been found at an Alabama gas station, and the department told the Daily Caller witnesses found the human penis in the parking lot of a gas station, blah, blah, blah. The MPD told the caller they are not investigating the incident as a murder or assault. The MPD believes the penis belongs to a motorcycle driver who was involved in a fatal accident on the nearby interstate, according to a statement obtained Tuesday by the caller. I like my idea better. It was that poor fella that got sucked through the jet engine of the airplane. Sucked him up, shot him out the back, and flung that penis far and wide. Went from Montgomery all the way down to Mobile. And frankly, I don't know this guy that got sucked into the jet engine, but if I had to guess, I'd say that's what he'd want. It's just to fling that dick far and wide and just have it haunt people as to how did this get here on my property. Find somebody that you really don't like, and it's like, you know, is it that severed penis is like a magic carpet, you know, and you like bring it over here, and then you're like, all right, go do it, and it just goes flying at full speed and just like smacks him right up across the face. That's what I'd have it do if I had a magic floating severed penis, and it could just do whatever I wanted it to. That's what I'd have it do. I'd just have it just go penis slap people randomly, because that's what a good magic floating severed penis should do for you. And on that note, Dan Gibbon, Pablo, there you go. That's the dick joke of the week. Dick joke of the episode. And I'm going to end it on that. I'm getting a little sleepy here. But if you're in Elko this weekend, Friday, Saturday, please come check us out at the stage door. Show starts at 7. We'll go 7 to 9. Be myself, the Wampus Wilsons, Eric Shields, Ira Grusvik, and Cope Wilson. Might have a few drop-in guests. You never know. So come check it out. It's going to be a fun time, and make sure you enter up in the raffle for that bit. And the head stalls, just shoot me a DM with your email and how many spots you want, and I'll get you set up. It's 25. Was that what I said? Yeah. No, 20 for a spot on the bit, or 6 for 100, 5 on the head stall, or 6 for 25, and the spur straps will be the same, $5 a spot, or 6 for 25. So, yeah, shoot me a message if you want to see pictures, or or if you wanna get into it. It's a really nice bit from Oxbar Custom. It's Ryan Erickson down in Stanley, New Mexico, and the head stall will be from Buck and Wild Leather. That's Nolan Booth down in Texas, and then Adam Drake is bringing the spur straps from Idaho. So please go get entered up. That'll all the proceeds go back to the show and paying the people that come to put on the entertainment. So yeah, help me out here, fellas. And it's a really nice bit, by the way. So go do that. Thanks for everything. Don't let the flying Alabama dick hit you in the face on your way out. Move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Your eyes up in the morning, beneath the stars so bright. Pull your hat down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horses kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. You'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job's done right. Just together, and you won't catch 'em all. But when you ride through the gate, make sure you sit up tall. I can see the horizon, it's looking pretty bright. Well, get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the south, hell of a job's done right.